Okay, welcome back. Today we're going for a continuation on a different line. I thought rather than continue with the Kabali, which I've done a lot in the last couple of days, we'll go on to the timeline mission, which Vorgon conclusions, which is the yesterday's war one, temporal disturbances in the Lures system, which is where we are now. So, episodes, temporal disturbances. This is future-proof? No, it's not. Yesterday's war. So yeah, here we go. I can't remember this one at all, to be honest with you. So we're going to be stumbling our way through it, probably falling over a lot. Well, if not falling over a lot, certainly Sit will be falling over a lot because that seems to be all she's good for. We shall see.
Time shift complete. Permission to come aboard?
I suppose so. Don't just fly into the side of the ship like that, though. Do you know, this kind of reminds me from the back a little bit with that tail of the old starfighters, the jet plane, not something from any other Star Trek or Star Wars or anything like that, but yeah, the old
Kal Dano is stationed here at a Daystrom Institute research facility. The Vorgons may already have what they came for. Bring us into scanning range. We need to find out.
They're not responsible for data.
He's a brilliant scientist who recently completed work on a quantum phase inhibitor known as the Tox-Utat. While it was designed for peaceful purposes, the Tox-Utat could be a powerful weapon in the wrong hands. Hands like those of the Vorgons.
Thank goodness there's that R in there. It'd be even worse if it was the Vorgons. Then we'd have to deal with some really bad poetry as well as fighting.
It's highly likely the Vorgons are at Kal Dano's research facility trying to get what they want. I'll take point on this one. I need you to keep an eye.
Nope. Let's drop Daniels off.
The Vorgons have cornered Kal Dano. Engaging them now.
Come within 5 kilometers. Cool. Oh, that's just got me thinking. I've not watched Hitchhiker's Guide for years. I might have to have a go at that today or tomorrow, I think. The original BBC series, obviously.
The Vorgons cleaned out after our disagreement.
Because the film was bad. Martin Freeman and I can't remember anybody else that was in it, but Martin Freeman certainly was. He played Arthur Dent, I believe. But yeah, that was universally awful.
This is Baratas, commander of the VSB Aberel.
Hello,
You are
Baratas.
interfering with the private matter that does not concern you. Identify yourself.
I'm gonna have to change my last name, I think. Not that anybody ever says it.
My name is Azure. Baratas and I pursue a researcher named Kal Dano, and have been for some time. He has created a weapon.
Kal Dano's safe. For now. We're ready to beam up.
Since these Vorgons aren't of this era, destroying them won't disrupt the timeline.
Slowly getting up to speed with this guy. He seems to be surviving more easily and doing a little bit more
Kal
output.
Dano must fulfill his personal destiny. I've given him my time ship to do so. Please clear it for launch.
Well, you just get your own ship back. It's like selling homing pigeons on eBay.
More Vorgons. We need to cover Kal's escape.
Oh, I don't know. Some people don't get the message, do they?
Keep the Vorgons busy a bit longer. Ship is safely on its way.
Fantastic. Well done, Kal Dano. What to do with this one?
This is a temporary setback. Your interference will not keep us from...
Why didn't we just blow him up before he moved?
The Arborel just engaged a temporal drive. They're gone. There! I have them. Reading a new temporal ripple. In the...
That's temporal away. Let's be cunning.
The time ship, or what's left of it, is currently on Enterprise. He wound up here after a temporal incident that ended his long life and career. The Vorgons don't know this, however.
History shows you have a habit of meddling.
We believe it is time to break you of that habit.
Brave last words. That tells us within 5 kilometres. What a diff. My green mess, as it were. That sounded rude, didn't it? Sorry. Going down there, trying to hide from. Are they trying to run away again? Not trying, they did. Or are they running in here?
Unidentified vessels. You are temporal anomalies. You do not belong. Your chronicon signature matches a
Tholian Captain. We are not aligned.
The Lion's proposal refused. You are anomalous.
This is only the second time we've met though, isn't it? The first one was on the mission where we went back in time and escaped on the Enterprise, I think it was, or Discovery. Can't quite remember, I'm just a bit hard to... Oh yes. Or maybe I am. I don't know whether that one, does that effect decrease over distance? Nope.
The Arborels are forming a temporal shunt. They're escaping!
Oh. I like not. They're shunting.
There's a Vulcan rescue team on its way to aid the Decaying. We should leave before they arrive and ask questions we're not prepared to answer. Scanning for the Vorgons now. Ah, of course. They're heading to the Risa system in 2366. The Toxutot was buried there, and it's about to be discovered by Jean-Luc Picard. That's the official record, yes. Truth is, Captain Picard realized the scientific value of the Toxutot and faked its destruction to war purposes.
Okay. This is quite a long and involved one. This is the third stage now? So...
The Toxutot is here, in a high-security vault under Starfleet command. It held up for quite some time. I suspect our Vorgon.
into my green haze. Not going to, is it? Oh well. No worries. Just going to fly into those instead. If it gets that far. Ooh, what's this one? I would imagine we're going to get a ground fight now as well, are we? If the geezers are down on the planet. Okay, we've got one more thing to go. I had a bright idea this morning as well. I remembered something from when I played many years back about bridge officer quests, missions, or duty officer missions rather. I'll show you them after we finish this one because they're quite useful. As far as the rewards are very handy. Stuff like unique blue bridge officers. So whether they're for the ones that are specific for crafting or if they're just specific named ones that you don't usually get unless you do those missions. But because I know there are some that you need for crafting. Whether these are the ones, I doubt it, but it's always nice to get some extra blue bridge officers, or duty officers rather. Yep, Starfleet Academy we go. Oh, research facilities, not academy. Even better.
Let's take advantage of this lull in the battle to beam down, while we still can. Are you ready to beam down to Starfleet HQ?
Yeah, but we're on the wrong side of the planet. That's India. We're going to beam all the way to San Francisco. Show off. Do your worst, Paul, come on. still sits trying her very hardest to get shot at Ching. And before I started today, I went and finished off the Roman Imperial Navy combat. So that was 2 more repetitions of the mission to do that. So I've now got that set. So that should make a bit of difference on the ground for survivability, I think. So now it's just a case of upgrading and getting sets for the rest of the guys. Coming through, just ignore me.
Probably ask that researcher what he knows.
Oh, thank God you're not Breen. This is a nightmare. I think they're heading to the vault. What's left of my research team grabbed phasers from a security station and decided to hold the line. Against Breen soldiers. Complete, utter insanity. Please, help them.
Okay, you just cower there. That's handy. 2 come in.
Thanks for the assist. Anything I can help you with?
Let's have a look at the report.
Federation fleet is advancing on the Breen positions, but
Thanks for the help. The Breen thought Starfleet scientists couldn't fight. It's funny you should mention that. We have. One of my team picked up 2 Vorgon life signs in the vault on local sensors, just before the Breen came to call. I notified security for all the good that did.
Yeah, security.
Let me buzz you in. Main access is over here.
Okay, let's do it.
Damn! This thing's a total loss. I can open up
Oh dear, there's a lot of Breen behind this door. How far through are they? No, further than I thought. So we'll just wait for this to cool down. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a suitable suit. I think a Sherman tank would just about keep her from getting injured. Where's the Vaadwaur security? Put those fires out, by the way. Chop. Oh, I hate these. I'm so bad at them. Feel free to shout at me and tell me how to do it, because the only time I ever get these right is by chance. I'll swap those 2 over. can't move that one, can I? That's the one I can't move. No, it's not it. Down. There we go. Okay, that was less painful than I remember them. I did one the other day. I was there just mashing the screen for ages, and then miraculously it just came in all of a sudden. Right, what are we going to get in here?
I've brought you this far, and you still won't join me?
No, Envoy. Your war with the Federation doesn't concern us.
Only the Tox Uthot matters. Nothing else. We are not alone in that pursuit, as you can see.
These must be the meddlers that you spoke of, Barotus. Kill them quickly.
Holy moly, that was quick. What damage are they doing? Right, no clowning around you lot. I'll just leave it to Daniels in the future then.
We were so close.
Azure, no! No!
Yes, yes.
Envoy, show yourself.
Having trouble, are we? You see now the depths our foes will go to, Barotus. Join me, and you'll have your revenge. I swear it.
Very well. I will follow your lead, Envoy. For vengeance.
Vengeance, indeed.
Hmm?
Ah!
Hello? Was that a clue?
I'll be fine. I'm afraid that's need-to-know information. And right now, you don't need to know. I'm sorry, but there are things bigger than this to worry about.
Why did he have your hair? Hmm?
Reports of a major strike led by the USS Cairo and the USS Enterprise are coming in.
Why did he have your hair, Daniels? What are you up to? I wonder if we look far enough, hard enough, we'll find the Ark of the Covenant in here as well. Because that would make sense. Oh, there it is. Stop doing forward rolls, clown.
You did well. However, the Envoy keeps gaining allies. First the Nakul, and now the Vorgons. We've been hearing a name in chatter lately. The Temporal Liberation Front. Sounds like our friends are more organized than we thought. Thankfully, we kept them from Kal Dano and the Tox Utat. I don't like to think about what could have happened otherwise. We have discovered that the Sphere Builders have been conducting operations in other universes. They aren't just looking to make changes in time, but in other dimensions as well. Their experiments in the parallel universe have produced results that will aid them in forming expanses here. We need to travel to that reality and stop the Sphere Builder research, while we still can.
Okay. I'm still concerned, Daniels. Concerned indeed. Right, what we got here? That should be a bit of an upgrade. What on earth are you doing with that? That's embarrassing. Oh. I don't know what I did. That was a couple of days back when it was the anti-proton ground for here. I equipped everybody with anti-proton. Forgot to take it back off her. So do I want to do this one now? Terminal Expanse. No, I'm kind of torn between doing that and moving on to something else again. Right, yeah, they're bridge officer quests that I was talking about. There's all of these in the expanses, in the clusters. I'd forgotten all about them until today. And if you go to these assignment chains, You can see you get unique blue officers in every one of them, or in the Kaitan or Katian. You get the purple, so they're obviously well worth doing. I failed the 4th one miserably. So whatever game that is, it must be quite dangerous, because I think the guy ended up in hospital. But with these, you need... I believe you need... Where are we at the moment? Oh, we're up here. I'll just pop to Arcunis so I see what it is I need. I think it's just... just general passengers, I think. So I'm on a mission now to go and pick up 5. But I think that's what we need for this first one. But yeah, I've forgotten all about these. I think there's other ones as well in the other sectors. So I think I might have this one in progress. Yeah, there we go. I'm doing the first one here. It'll be the next one that requires colonists. So I'll have these, even though that finishes very soon. So yeah, all of them, all 7 have the same requirements. I mean, there's all these clusters here. I'm pretty sure it's the same in the others in Alpha as well. Yeah. So there's just lots and lots of stuff to do if you want to go and do it all just to get better bridge or duty officers. So Delta. I've actually not done Delta today. I'll see what. Right, this is the, well, if not, it's not the final mission, is it? Because there are extra ones after that, or continuation after that. But let's pop to the Dyson Sphere. St. Bernard Pet. Handy on ice planets, I suppose. Assimilate the barbarians. I'll leave the Borg alone for today, I think. So how are we doing for XP on this? We're getting... Next one is 10% hit points. Cool. Here we go. The Vaadwaur. I think this is the battle, isn't it? Where we gathered all the forces, and we have another bat at it. Janeway, yo.
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation soon. Until then, I'd like you to speak with our allies and see what they're bringing to the table.
The Vaadwaur are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation.
What a cunning old chap he is, eh?
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vaadwaur. The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
Okay, so I'm getting a feeling from that briefing we're going to end up allocating stuff to fight based on their
appreciates your partnership
strengths.
And we
So I better take notice here, I suppose.
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Maj Sessa. The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every order.
So Kazons are basically berserkers that just go bleeding mad and spray themselves around the battlefield. Very useful.
The Kazon are eager for battle. Our enemies will fall today. All of them.
You should do something about your hair, fella.
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills, and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaadwaur try any tricks, the hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Okay. I hope you're all taking notes here, because I'll forget this.
Greetings. The hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your guidance.
And Neelix.
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to... The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Okay.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract.
Hello.
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited the Vaadwaur. The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in.
Ah, he's going to spend me some more now. Benthans.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vaadwaur. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
So these ones are just general fighters then. Oh, damn it, I didn't see what he said. Sorry, fella. Why did I go on auto run there? Okay, so he didn't say anything important. Well.
Hello again. You've done so much to help us. It's only right.
Obviously, I don't mean it like that. Don't tell them that I said that, please.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vaadwaur was
A difficult decision for our people.
If you are ready, I will begin the presentation.
Go ahead, Tuvok.
The bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Touré will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities, and should be difficult to take by surprise. Azari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail.
Okay, I'm just going to get a drink before this one starts. 2 seconds, please. Okay, so off we go. I think that's us ready to go, isn't it? Yes, it is. Ooh. Ho hum. Mind you, given my successes in diplomacy and solving problems over the last couple of days, there's no surprise there. Managed to wipe out all life on a planet yesterday, so that was a good day. Obviously I didn't mean to do it, but still. So I'm taking, there's going to be 4 different battles here, I guess.
The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you will be commanding the battle from the field. We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. I recommend deploying 1 wing in each area. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
What? Kazon, I would think, would be best, just to go completely mad at them.
An excellent choice. The Kazon number should be a match for the frigates, and their lack of organ...
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they... I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a backup plan. Sesson has been encroaching on Hirogen territory for some time. They'll join us in battle for a chance to collect his ship as a trophy.
Well, what a bunch of swines. Honestly, you can't trust some people.
We will hunt!
Sticky, isn't it, with a Vaadwaur? That's the Hirogen gone, is it? Sorry, the Kazon. Is that all the Kazon dead? Excellent.
This area is secure. What are your orders?
The Toray fleet has secured the subspace tunnels. The Vaadwaur will...
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
Bravo!
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to advance?
Picket line.
A sound tactical choice. The Hazari method utilizes one ship to reinforce the shields of another.
Let's do it.
The Kazon Ogla will no longer stand by, while the Relora and...
Well done there. Running away. I feel we need to mock them. Okay, the Hazari will finish those. Weapon that does that for our ships, that throws out those anchor mines or whatever they are. I wonder if we can. Okay, so if they've been blown to bits. Satellite network. That sounds like a Borg thing, doesn't it?
Wave of Vaadwaur defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive.
Please remember to direct any wounded or prisoners of war to our flotilla at Alpha Front.
That went well. What do you want me to do now?
Let's go to Charlie. Oh, I thought that was the satellites would be the Borg, but obviously not. Mind you, I'm only down to 2 now, aren't I?
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to head?
Ah.
An excellent strategy. The technology of the Cooperative may be able to cause the larger ships to attack the smaller ones.
Let's do it, Borgus people. I'm going to fall over the minute though. Something's going to go wrong. Out of range. Ooh. So many explosions there, my headphones started shaking. I'll do that.
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners of war from the orbit.
The Vaadwaur forces in this area have been defeated. What are your...
So I can't possibly get the last one wrong now, can I? Because I've only got one team left.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing the Vaadwaur, they might be planning a surprise attack. Who do you want to assist you? A wise choice. The espionage and surveillance capabilities of
hither, my healers. Going down here. I managed to attack both of them at the same time, didn't I? Everybody else carry on without me for a minute. I'm just going to go and have a lay down over here. Bit of a messy fight now. Oh my word! Everybody turn away for a minute while I have a quick cry in the corner. I need to stop flying through the middle of them, I think. Maybe stick with the hierarchy folks that are looking after me rather than flying across this side or straight through the middle. It would seem that my ship's not quite as hardy as I thought it was. More work to go on it. Yeah, so I think flying straight into the middle of all the groups might not have been the wisest move. Echo front?
The Vaadwaur forces are defeated, as I knew they would be. What are your orders?
The Doctor is very smug today. Echo front it is. Very dramatic sweep. There.
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However,
not quite alone. The Vorgon have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
I have temporarily taken command of a cooperative vessel. We will not fight alone.
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. Finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare a ship and put it under my command.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies. However...
The Vaadwaur are relentless. Probability of us surviving.
Stop being so defeated, Seven. Going in there. So who was that? Who snuck into my battle? That's cool. Get another medical doctor after this mission.
Sir, we've arrived to help secure the area.
Let's beam down. Right, sit. No falling over on the job this time. Yeah, there's a lot of pew-pew in this, isn't it? You missed me blowing up 3 times, I hope? Thank goodness for that. I was saying just before, finished off the Romulan Imperial set this morning. Didn't get a great kit, but well, I suppose it's not that bad, is it? Could do with something other than the will, I guess. I didn't want to put you through watching me do that mission twice more. lots of people. Ooh. That's jolly unfriendly. Who's... Oh, it's him. I couldn't see him. I just couldn't see him at all. I was about to start mocking my crew for dying. I might still anyway. Right, are they up there? They are, aren't they? Yeah, well, I got tier 6 on one of my other tunes on 1.5k for Mako. What's Omega, isn't it? I've still got a way to go, I think, on Omega yet. So that must be up the... Well, what have I got in? I've only got 50 Omega, so it'll be a little while. Probably a couple of days anyway. And however many rep levels I need as well. Material stealing. Just because you're in a battle doesn't mean to say you can't go digging. One thing I do need is the upgrade things to, you know, the these things. I've just not got enough of those to do any upgrades on anything yet, but they'll come. So where are we going? Straight ahead. Far enough?
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance.
I don't think so.
Your persistence is a credit to your rank.
Oh dear.
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vaadwaur Prime. Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you... That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your pitiful...
What? What?
The Vaadwaur controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger. Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
I thought you might like to know. I took the liberty of scanning Gaul. He does not have a parasite. I don't believe it. What? That's impossible!
Stop that! Where's he off to now? Sorry.
Vaadwaur Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
Who's coming back out with him now?
We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
The remaining Vaadwaur have surrendered. Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Yep, certainly. May I recommend 7, Captain Kim, the doctor.
Is that everything? Then let us see what the mystery is. Oh, can't talk to you yet. Right then, Doctor, what have you got to tell me?
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason. It doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness.
Madness. Tuvok.
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
Sven?
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg.
Just an all-round bad person, aren't you?
Weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vaadwaur will do so as well. Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Toray, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
Where's Neelix and Kim? Ah, Neelix, I see. Is that Kim up there, isn't it?
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Gabali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here. You were needed. Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Good move, Paul. Oh, it's a thing.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager for further analysis.
Oh, look at now. I say we take it back to my ship. Cool. So yeah, good. You missed me dying in space all those times, which is good, and I survived on the ground. Did I? Mainly.
With the defeat of Gaul, we've saved the Quadrant from a terrible threat. Well done. This unknown artifact concerns me, however. We'll be in touch once we know more.
Always.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Admiral Tuvok would like you to join his team as they study the mysterious artifact you found on Vaadwaur Prime. Meet with them in the Nal Shadan system.
Okay.
There's something interesting I'd like you to...
Should we go straight on to the next one? I think we might as well. Right. I don't think anybody needs anything that... Oh, maybe. Yep. Oh, Paul. Poor Paul. Lots of food again. Nal Shadan system. I wonder if that's near Kabali. I could pop in on the way. Oh, it is. I've just started. Yeah, yeah. I was saying before as well, I've started doing the, you know, all the various clusters around the map, the space map. There's the 7-stage duty officer missions on all of them to get the blue buffs. No, duty officers rather. I'd forgotten all about them. So I've started doing those today as well. Oh, another slow loader. Oh, we made it finally.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device.
You got it. Let's go the right way.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first... The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch. But it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid readings. We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches.
Oh, I hate these.
Good luck.
Ugh.
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in the correct orientation. The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode. The engineers tell me there is only one... Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Now we need to access the secondary memory core to get full access to the data we need.
It's never easy, is it?
The engineering teams are reading big zeros across the board. None of the switches. Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and and we now have full access to the memory core of the device. 7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who or what is receiving these transmissions.
Astrometrics, let's go. Ah, 7.
We have access to the databanks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse-engineered their technology.
Never a good thing.
There are 3 likely ways to get at the information. I suggest further analysis to determine the best course of action.
Extract data. Isn't that where we were? That's where we were, isn't it? Ho hum. Yes.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vaadwaur their advanced technology, and why the neuroparasites appeared again in this time and place. Commander Jarok of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you in this operation. Her own analysis of the device has shown that the Romulans have had some contact with the creators of this device, a race known as the Ilachi. She will meet you in subspace at the given coordinates. Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew. His knowledge of the Delta Quadrant races may prove invaluable. He's not much of a combatant, but should prove useful.
He stood right there.
Hello again.
I've still not sorted out his beard. Not happy with it. I think the other missions that we're on at the moment are the ones that take us into that get us the Sword of Kalis or whatever it's called. The Klingon-y thing. Fly casual, because you're meant to be here.
Greetings. This is Commander Jarok of the RRW Lisette. When we learned that the Ilachi were involved, I requested to shadow you on this mission. I know your experience with the Ilachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with this race. The Tal Shiar used Ilachi to help invade Varanat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life.
Oh yeah, we did that earlier on.
The two factions worked together to convince Romulan colonies to join the Tal Shiar. It was in spite of this that the Romulan Republic was forged. We fought off the Tal Shiar and eventually made a stand against the Ilachi and New Romulus. All right, we'll follow your lead here. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station.
Wise. Wise. Lisette's giving it some.
Ship is here to defend the outpost.
What's in here, I wonder? Or who's in here would be a better question.
Good. You found the breeding apparatus. That should take care of that nasty cough.
Oh.
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can.
This is obviously an Alachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Alachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult. These are Solanae tables. I've read the Enterprise D's reports about them.
Stand still, you fool. Oh, spider drone. I want one of them.
These are definitely Solanae tables, which, if I'm correct, and I always am, is the same race you dealt with after using the Iconian gateway on New Romulus. The Solanae kidnap victims through subspace for their brutal experiments. If they are somehow connected to the Alachi and the Vaadwaur, this is beginning to make more sense. If I...
Okay. Shush a minute, Doctor. I spied some gas. Obviously I've got to mine. Sorry about that. Okay, and now are we finally get to meet somebody? Or just kill people?
It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Alachi.
Okay, let's see what we've got. See who we can rescue. Chain the Enix up.
Transport this Talaxian directly to sickbay. We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
Who have we got here? Oh, Klingon.
This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up immediately.
A thingy.
Ah, a Hazari.
Exactly.
Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need.
I was just about to say Hazari there before the doctor interrupted me.
Everything will be fine, Mr. Teray. We'll beam you directly to sickbay.
Oh. He moved.
You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up. A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate a Kazon. Well, the Solanae are definitely involved. I believe I have everything I need from this area. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
This way? No. It's the door that's open that I was running to. Okay. We're on... I thought we'd... we're stuttering. I don't know why we're stuttering. We got here? Nothing? Hello? Oh, that's the other.
This is odd. You You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information, but...
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship.
No, you stay here, Doctor.
Neural parasites. This must be where the Vaadwaur were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs. Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers were infected by these in the mid-2360s? The Enterprise... If Gaul and the infected Vaadwaur were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place. We should definitely investigate. I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me. This tech, this whole facility. It's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Alachi influence, but I see the Iconians, as we know them, rarely reveal themselves. The only known interaction with an Iconian in modern history took place on Kronos, when... Wait, you were there! I don't need to explain that situation again. As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitor races, like the Alachi and the Sol. When Voyager revived the Vaadwaur, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. Even the Kazon outdid them. But now, Vaadwaur technology is cutting edge. The only way they could have advanced so far, so fast, was by allying themselves with someone else.
Right.
With the Iconians. The parasites gave the Vaadwaur power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the strings. This entire war has been against an enemy we didn't even see.
Until now. Hang on. So how do we destroy them? Where's the control thing to destroy them then? Nothing to indicate anything to happen here. Aha! What? Flying things as well.
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced. These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered. This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
Stop dancing around. Hitting button 3.
I think we're catching up with the escapees, and they might be from the Alpha Quadrant. We found a dead Romulan in prisoner garb. He was...
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
You're fine, Doctor. Nobody's going to get hurt here. I never die. Well, never's probably a bit bold. Only now and again.
Humans. Always showing up when you're least expected.
Well, there's a face that I didn't expect to see.
More Alachi. I don't think the Iconians want me to leave.
You'd have thought when
their tenacity is almost...
Sela kicked her off that platform, that would have been the end of her.
Looks like you could use a hand.
Yeah, thank you, yes, pop in.
And now we have their leader's attention.
Sela! I should kill you where you stand. It would be justice for all the lives you've destroyed.
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here.
You and this Sela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
Not so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have. I assume you already know where you are. Both the Alachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Alachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur. Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
Well, I don't like to say, but yes.
All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Or were the Vaadwaur that much of a threat to the Alpha Quadrant? That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want. I honestly don't know. Why would they share their plans with a prisoner? That may make me less valuable in your eyes, but don't be fooled. I know. I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want. Hubris. The Iconians think they are the rulers of the galaxy. They thought so 200,000 years ago, when they were driven off their homeworld by the fire of 1,000 races allied against them. They think so now, when they look. I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want. Ah, the crew. The Alachi took them one by one and turned them into those things. Revolting. If I had known that was what they were doing with the captives from the colonies, I would have... Yes, you were asking about the crew. I'll answer what I can. How important is that, really? I worked with the Iconians because, at the time, I thought it was the best thing for my people. After we lost the homeworld, we were scattered, starving. A shadow of what we once were. What were we supposed to do? Beg the Federation or the Klingons for scraps? Pathetic. The so-called Romulan Republic has made their way, but they did it at the cost of Romulan dignity. We are not refugees. We are Romulan. We needed a strong leader to bind us together again, and I knew I could be that leader. The Iconians were a means to an end. They gave us strength at a time when we were at our weakest. Had I known what Hakiv, what he and the Iconians did to our world, perhaps I would not have.
Oh, this is rubbing it in a bit, isn't it?
Dwelling on the past is meaningless. I am here, and so are you. I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want. Will I be taken into your custody, or will I be left to Tiaru's tender mercies? Very well. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, do I?
No, you don't. No, I can live without one. So, we're getting closer to getting to the Iconians, it would seem.
When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility. Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and debriefing.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur. And you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Sela certainly has a story to tell, but should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation. That was a joke, by the way.
Okay. Is that the last one in this storyline? That's the ground one, isn't it?
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
We have a situation on Kabbalic Rock. You and I were both asked by name to help. All that I've been told is that the Vaadwaur have launched a large offensive and have retaken the area in front of their temple, the place where they keep unconscious Vaadwaur stored. They need our help to retake the area, though I have a feeling something else is going on. Can you help with the situation?
Yes. I'm not going to do it now though, because I've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm going to stop and take a break. So, is there anybody... Would you all like to go for a ride to another stream? I don't know if there's any... There's a few. I don't know. Let's see what he's doing. Okay, I think I have one to take you to. See what he's doing though. I think it's somebody running TFOs at the moment. Though I don't know whether we can even be called a raid with 2 people, can we? No, I'm not going to bother. So, thanks for popping by. I shall, I'll say, take a break now and either see you later or see you tomorrow. raid across. No. Right. Okay, I shall see you tomorrow. Or later tonight, I don't know. Probably, I don't know about later tonight. No, probably tomorrow. Thanks for popping by again. Cheers.